What up, fight fans? Tonight we have a special guest coming from Los Angeles. Do you want to say his record? 4 is undisputed right now in the UFC. Chris Taco Padilla, thanks so much for your time. Yes, he's 4-0-1 in the UFC with a really controversial last fight. To be honest, in my opinion, he did one. Chris Taco Padilla, thank you so much for coming here. We really appreciate you having here. We are huge fans of you, your way of fighting, your way of seeing life. Thank you so much, bro. You still there? Oh, there we go.
I got a call.
No worries.
Hey, good to be on, guys. Thanks for having me. It's funny. Right when we got everything to record, and they called on my side. That's nonsense. But I'm good, bro. Thanks for having me. It's a real honor to be on the show, guys. It's cool, bro. It's cool knowing you guys are from Mexico, bro. It's cool knowing that my fan base and my overall team is spreading, bro. So thanks for having me.
Yes, and thank you for coming and for joining us. And as we said earlier, before we start the podcast, I didn't know much about you before the UFC. To be honest, I didn't know anything about you before the UFC. You didn't enter on like a usual way of entering the UFC, whether it's Contender Series or the Ultimate Fighter or anything like that. You literally, the opportunity presented to you, I think it was a short notice, or how was it, that call that they wanted you to join the UFC?
You know what, man? It was crazy. It was crazy because like when you're not used to things going your way, sometimes you get caught in that mentality of like, nah, it can't happen to me. Like, I can't get a chance like that, you know? So when the chance presented itself, it was one of those things where I was like, I'm ready. Like, I have nothing to lose here, you know? And when you step up to the big show from you know, the regular your local spot, like, you think, like, obviously you want to win all your fights, but like just the opportunity, bro, is such a crazy feeling. Like walking into that cage, meeting everybody that you see on TV, and you're just like, bro, it's not like when you see it on TV, it almost looks fake. But then when you feel it, you're just like, oh no, this is like a real thing. So it just felt like a dream come true, bro, to be honest.
No, amazing, and what a debut, you know, like, and not only that, but we want to start from the beginning, like, and this is something that we actually touched before the interview, but you also told us that you started watching MMA on the good years, since you were 13 years old. So tell us a little bit more about how you fell in love with this sport. Like, what did you see in this sport that made you go like, oh, I wanna dedicate my life to this?
Man, to be honest, man, and actually, it's funny enough, I just asked this question I was on Twitter, and I just randomly put it, just because of MMA fighters. But to sum it up, bro, it's I didn't realize that like I had any other skills or talents, but I knew I could fight. Like it's like I grew up, and I would look at commercials and I would see like a McDonald's commercial, and then I'd be like, I wonder if I could get a job at McDonald's. Never seen a resume or anything in my life. So like, I didn't even know if I could do that. But when I watched fighting, it was like, oh, all I have to do is just train, get in the cage, and just beat someone up. That's like a street fight, basically. Like, there's no difference between that besides the training. So that was really it. It was mostly for money, man. And then as I got older and wiser, I would say I didn't realize it until probably 24, 25, that I wanted to be a martial artist. Like, I wanted to be not just good enough to beat people. Like, I wanted to understand martial arts and how it works. So it was just, that was it, bro. That's what really got me. And then you just watch fighting and you're just like, bro, this is crazy. Like, I'm sure it's the same love for you. Like, imagine,
definitely.
You know, titans, bro. It's like, for me, fighters are like demigods, bro. They're not gods, because no one can be a god, but like training your body to crazy physique and then going there to beat someone else who's great is crazy, bro.
Yes,
it's crazy.
Yes, and you're touching a really interesting point, because here at Blood Boys we also have a saying. We like to say that this is more than just a sport. This is like a spiritual practice, right? When you gotta make peace with some of the things that you have, or like with peace, like if I get a broken nose, no worries, I'm in peace and I'm gonna keep fighting.
Yeah, so that challenge.
You accept the challenge, and with everything that challenge comes with, you know, that means the pain, that means the time you have to put into practice, the time you have to put into to get better at each individual set of skills, right?
Yeah, man, that's a great point. Like one of my sayings, man, is like pain is power. Like I've realized, man, like our culture, like our blood, like it was given to us to sacrifice it. Like it's my job to present myself in a way that I always say I'm either going to finish you or this is going to be one of the hardest fights you've ever experienced. So like if any person has ever beat me, it had to be a hell of a match. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why I love your title, Blood Boys, because like I believe the blood is like that's life, the hardest life.
Yeah.
And like being able to you guys watch my last fight, like that cut on my face.
Yes.
And most people like that breaks them or that makes them afraid. Like for me, like it's my honor to bleed in this cage. Yeah. Like I've given 17 years to my craft, like to bleed in that cage in front of all these the millions of fans, for my family, for my people, everybody. Like it's an honor. So like, man, fighting is just it's a spiritual journey for sure.
Yeah, and it's really interesting what you're saying, because for all those casuals out there that probably at this moment don't know you, but we were saying this earlier before we started the podcast, is that I fell in love completely with the way you express your martial arts. You know, always putting the pace, always pressing forward. You don't know the word going back. That's something that's not in your vocabulary.
Exactly.
And you show that in every single fight that you ever had in the UFC.
Exactly.
But I want to know, like, how were you able to develop that style of fighting? Like, whenever you and I want to know, like, the moment that you were called up to the UFC, was that like a moment that you changed your style, or you have always been keeping this same style of going forward, guard up high, a little bit of great Muay Thai defense, and always going forward?
Exactly, because you know the fans love this style. You know, everybody love I mean, you can do it easy go for takedown, but all the fans love this style. All the fans love your style. So tell us about your style.
How you were able to develop it?
Man, it's crazy to think about, bro. Because I guess to simplify it, it's like a few things that you see that just hit you right in the heart, bro. Like exactly. Like imagine this: if you were a martial artist or you do boxing, right? Think about who inspires your style, you know what I mean? So like, I take a lot of inspiration, like, man, I guess I would start with my inspiration first. My inspirations, I would say, would be Danny Bill, a guy, a Muay Thai fighter from Cameroon, Chavez, who else is Chavez, right? Salvador Sanchez,
the Mexican style.
Yeah, bro, like that. I love it. Mayweather.
Yes.
A lot of Thai fighters. The Elbow Hunter. Golden. What is it? You already know. Thai guys' names are crazy to say, but Alamna Moon. Like, I love that feeling of going after somebody it's like you know they can hurt you, but you know because they're trying to hurt you, it allows you to, if you can stay calm. I think that's what it is, man. I love the pressure. And the more I pressure you, and if I can stay calm, it just shows a level of
resilience.
It's like resilience. It just hits you, bro. Like, it's so funny. Like, just coming from this fight and the Bonfim fight where I just pressured really hard and watching these guys fold and start to break and get tired, and like I feel good. And then knowing they're throwing their hardest shots at me and it's not stopping me, it's like that's what I mean. Like, I love classic boxing. Like, I love Muay Thai. Like, I love the history. And when you watch the history, bro, it's pressure, good defense, good offense. My coach, all my coaches, Chad George from CMMA, Chris Cully from Jumbie Kickboxing. Man, these guys, they have the same obsession that I do in martial arts. So, like, if I watch a fight, I want to do that. Like, I don't want to be like, if I see a jumping knee, elbow, a sick thing, like, I want to recreate it. I don't think that like, because this guy did a jumping knee, that it can't be done. I just have to study it, watch it, and I want to create history. And like, you get to create history. So it's like, that's what I want my fans to understand. So part of my motivation of my style is my fans. I know my fans want to see me in danger, but they want to see me eliminate this guy. Like, you want that. So like, my job as an entertainer, not just martial artist, is to give my people what they want before I destroy my opponent.
Bro, I'm literally getting goosebumps just to hear that, because it's everything you just said. You always put it in display. And as you mentioned, like the Bonfim fight, you were able to see like how Bonfim was looking at the timer just to see how much time was left on the round. And when he noticed that there were still 2 minutes left, he went to the ground.
Yes.
He didn't want nothing to do with you. And that's when the referee came by and stopped it. But and it's really interesting that you mentioned it, because to be honest, everything you just said right now, you always put it in display through 15 minutes whenever you're inside the cage, at least in the UFC cage. And I want to know a little bit more about like how your debut came into place. Like, what were you doing? How were things in your life when you get the call? You know, like sometimes, as we said, you know, like this is a spiritual sport, and things and opportunities came in the moments that you are less ready for, or when you less start thinking about it. How was that for you?
Man, it was honest, bro. Life was just hard, bro. It was just hard at the time. Like, shit, I was living in a trailer. Like, I had that sick mentality of if I could tell every fighter, like treat yourself like you're always against the wall. Like, not just fighters, anyone. Like, if you treat yourself like you're against the wall, no one can stop you, bro, because you're starving. Starving is a different feeling, man, where you're just like, it's starving for opportunity. Like, you're just like, bro, I need this. Like, if I fall now, it's over. It's all over. There's nothing left. I can't do it. And is that necessarily true? Who knows? You know, it just depends. But the way my mind state was like, I feel like if I would have lost a fight before I got to the UFC, I would have mentally fell apart. Like, that was just where I stood at the moment. Like my family scattered. I'm living in a trailer. Obviously, my family, we're a poor family from LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we were talking about going to Mexico earlier, that's why I felt free. Because sometimes living, like, when you're a poor person from your country, you could feel the weight of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I going to pay this bill? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And live my dream all in one, you know? So it just felt like my mind state was so fragile, but so strong. Like it was strong enough to like, okay, if I got to wake up, my training sessions used to be, I used to wake up at 4 o'clock. I would get to the gym, train Muay Thai. I would train Muay Thai till about 8:39. Then I would drive from, at that time it was not Whittier, but it was not East Coast. Fuck, what's that? It's the east side, on the east side of LA. I would have to take that and I would have to drive 30 to 40 minutes to mid-city to do an MMA session. Do my MMA session from 9 to like 11. And from 11, I would leave the gym, drive straight to do another MMA session because I needed more training partners. So I would drive there from 12 to 1. I would train. And then from there, I would fall asleep in my car, get back up. And then I had to be back at the other gym, the gym at Montebello. That's where it was. I would go back to train Muay Thai at night from like 4:30 to like almost 8 o'clock, bro. Like it was long runs, hills, everything. Like it was just like.
So you were putting approximately like 6 hours per day.
Bro,
on practice.
That's it. In between driving and working and teaching privates.
Yeah.
So like I would teach privates any chance I got, and I would just train all day, every day. And it was just like I was so tired, man. But I was afraid to lose because again, if I lost, I just was like, "Yep, my life's over. MMA's over. I'm done. I'm retired. I'm done with it."
Interesting.
So bro. I was at that point. Yeah, man. It was tough. It was really tough, but it just made me nasty.
And at the same time, like, God really hurt you in a way, right? That, okay, you're not losing, and guess what? You're actually going to the UFC. You know?
Bro.
Being in such unstable mentality, having this opportunity, I think that's huge. And you just showed how ready you were for that opportunity. And the times, as you just mentioned, that you train the whole day until you get tired and literally go to bed. You literally showcase that in your UFC debut against Jan Top.
Yeah.
How would you say your life changed after the UFC? Like when
you came into the UFC.
Ooh, man, that's man. It just oh man. Literally, bro, at any moment, if you just especially in that time, bro, I would just break down crying, bro. Like, I don't know, like, if you asked me anything, I was just so emotional that I would just cry. They'll just be like, "Hey, man, how's this?" And I would just cry. As soon as I start talking, it was just like, I would talk and then I would just start crying. It was,
I do understand.
It just changed my whole life, bro. Like, man, like, I'm still in that fragile mind state, but I'm also in a. It's hard. It's funny to say. It's like I don't know how to describe it other than like I still feel that hunger because my life has gotten better, but my family's life overall hasn't gotten better. It's little steps. So I still feel like I cannot lose this fight. Like I have to go in there and, like I said, I'm getting 100K for fight of the night. Or I'm finishing him. There's no other way I'm walking out of that cage. Those are my only options, you know?
Yeah.
So, like...
How important is that in fighters?
Bro,
like
every fucking day, bro, I dream about it, man. I taste that shit every day, bro.
Totally.
I think about it.
Totally. And that's something I haven't even thought about it that far away because I'm not fighting, you know? At the end of the day, I'm not fighting. But what you're mentioning is so important to all fighters to never lose the hunger. Never lose the hunger, you know? Like that's such an important asset to have as a fighter.
Never give up.
And not only never give up, like there's no option. It's win or win.
Exactly, but not all the fighters
even though you're 4-0-1, that in my opinion it's 5-0-0. Even though you're that way, you still have this hunger. Like, it doesn't matter what happens, but I'm not losing. you know, and keeping that mentality, even now that we can say that you have a established career in the UFC, with 100% of your fights going into winning.
Exactly. You're very young. You have a lot of fights coming, so.
And it's really interesting because you have never, through your process in the UFC, you haven't had any easy fights. All of them has been tough motherfuckers, including I don't remember the Chinese. What a performance! Yeah.
What's his name?
Wrong Zoo.
It was a second round knockout. And again, you always kept the pressure, and it was that moment that you break them. You literally break them. You break their mentality, you break their discipline, and you make them doubt themselves. You're really good at make them fight your pace, at make them fight your fight. And that's something that I have really analyzed this. We saw it in Bonfim, we saw it with the Chinese, and also with Markel Mederos. I do think Markel did a really good job on going to the distance at the end of the day. You said it, you had that caught, but at the end of the day, that didn't slow you down. That didn't slow your pace. Yes. You were still pushing the pace. You were still pushing the rhythm. And I mean, it's inspiring, just not only watching your fight, but now to talk to you, to be honest, is really inspiring.
Yes.
And
we want to talk, we want to talk about a little bit all your fights in the UFC, because, you know, for us is, as Rafa say, very inspiring, you know, is all the fighters that you fight against are very tough, so we want to know
who gave you the toughest challenge. Would it be Markel, just because, you know, the circumstances and the decision? Because in my opinion, I didn't actually saw it that way. To be honest, for me it was a no-brainer that you won. I understand that well, actually I cannot understand why two referees gave him 2 points, right, in one round.
Exactly. I don't understand either, so tell us about it.
What would you say was your toughest fight at the moment?
I would say my toughest fight would definitely be Jai Herbert. Jai Herbert was man, that's a freak, bro. That's a freak anomaly right there, man. He's so dangerous, and he can move. His movement's crazy, bro. Like, when I know I outmoved him by the end of the fight, but it just took me so long to get the read on him, you know? And when I can't get the read on somebody, bro, it's just like, okay, this is a really, really, really tough fight. So I would say Jai was my toughest fight. Markel the second. The third would be Jan Top, and then the fourth would be Bonfim. Who was that fight?
The Chinese.
Wrong
Zhu would be, I would say, probably the second before the easiest. So it would be Bonfim easiest, then I would put Wrong Zhu, then I'd put Jan Top, then I'd put Medeiros, and then I'd put Jai Herbert.
Okay. But look at the names that we just mentioned.
Jai Herbert is so exactly. Casual doesn't know that guy, but Jai Herbert is a very tough guy, man, and all those guys.
Yeah, bro. Jai Herbert he's very, very underestimated, man.
Underrated, no?
Yeah, bro. It's like I said, he's just such a funky style, because so when I went into that fight, I was like, okay, I can outmove him, draw him in, because he struggles fighting forward. He does better going backwards. Yeah. So when I was making him fight forward, I thought he was going to press in harder, but he didn't.
He felt comfortable.
He tried to outpoint me. And because, again, we're in London, you never know where a decision can go at, Definitely. You know, when you're in someone else's back door. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? If I went in there, because if I went after him like early, would he have probably hurt me with a punch? More than likely, because, bro, he's really good. There's a reason he dropped Ilya, right? Like,
and he just came out from a knockout win. His last fight was a knockout win.
And guess what? What did the guy do? And the guy ran.
He was
right
pressing.
He was
pressing. I didn't notice that, but he feels comfortable whenever a guy's pressing him.
Because Jai has good, like,
A Chris boxing.
He's a tall guy. Think about it. As a tall guy, you want someone to walk at you, and then if you get past his hands, he'll knee you in the face.
Yeah.
Right? So Jai has a lot of ways to hurt you on the way in. But if you're moving around, now he has to put weight over his legs, because now he has to reach for you. Like it's a different philosophy. So you see this lighter right here?
Yeah.
This lighter, it's on my leg. So if I grab this, that's much easier than if I sit it and then have to lean over.
Definitely.
He doesn't want to have to lean.
Exactly.
And that was my mind state. So I was like, yeah, but it just took really long. And then you see, once he kneed me and I elbowed him, that's what we wanted earlier. But you know, it is what it is.
And it's really interesting because, yeah, definitely, he's always waiting for you to get in the pocket where he's able to touch you, but he's really good using his reach, right? His reach advantage.
Yeah, and his footwork is tricky.
He was the longest in the division, bro.
Yeah. So that was one of my that fight taught me so much, man. I'm happy I got to fight that, because after that fight, that's really where my style upgraded, in my opinion, because I watched it and I was like, you know what? I'm happy I won, but I'm an entertainer. I have to. I don't want to win by narrow decisions. I don't want the fight to be all right. I want it to be something that I can look at and go, that's my work. That's my painting, you know? But I also can't be reckless. I can't just fight stupid, because then I'm going to lose fights. So I have to be technically violent. Like, that's how I have to do it.
Yeah, and actually, it's nice that you touch on that point, because that was gonna be my next question. And through all these UFC fights, 5 fights inside the UFC, what can you say you have learned about Taco Padilla? What have you learned about yourself when you're in the octagon? And what have you learned about yourself, not only in the octagon, but probably in life?
Bro, I got ice in my veins, bro. Like, it's so crazy, bro, because like there's so much that goes around, like, you know, regular life shit, bro, but it's like there's so much that happens to me. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell you this, one of the things, man, I'm a chill guy. Like, again, you called me, I'm literally just sitting by myself watching anime, smoking, and I'm just coloring a drawing. Like, I'm just chilling. But then, like, for some reason, even though like I'm not talking, doing anything, I don't bother people, I'll get a call that something is wrong with someone else, and that now their problem is my problem now. And then I'm just like, bro, how does that even happen? So like, when I get into the fight, bro, I'm so used to all the random shit happening to me that like I get into the fight and I'm just relaxed. Like, the Jai Herbert fight and the Rong Zhu fight. 2 questions that I ask myself as like a man and a fighter. If I hurt my opponent, am I going to like spaz out because I'm in the UFC? Like, does that mean something? And like, so when I hurt Rong Zhu, I was...
No, es el.
When guys hurt guys, they try to do too much and get hurt. I don't know if you watched this fight with Cody Steele.
Yeah.
You see how they're both dropping each other?
Yes.
In my opinion, that's amateur fighting. Like, if you hurt a guy, you take your time and you cut him to pieces. You don't rush. So I ask myself, like, oh man, if I hurt a guy, am I gonna like spaz out and panic? So when I heard him and I was super calm about it, I was like, oh, I'm fucking cold, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of this. Fuck these channels, TVs, all these people watching, like all this pressure. I don't care about it. I just want to create good product. Yeah. That's it. Like, I'm not going to let anything take that from me. And then when I fought Jai Herbert, it was basically the same thing. I act like, bro, I can honestly say, shout out to Sugar Ray Leonard for saying this. I was afraid of this opponent because this guy this is David Goliath. This is a giant man that's going to try to put a fucking foot, elbow, knee through my face.
Definitely.
And he literally almost beat the world champion of the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so like, I'm fucking scared, bro. And I asked myself, hey, if he hurts me, am I going to panic because it's the UFC and he's this big, scary fucking monster? And when he split my face open with the knee, I didn't fucking panic. I stayed calm and I hit him with the elbow. So like, I'm just a cold man, bro. Like, that's why I realized the UFC has taught me, like, I'm cold. I know how to turn my emotions off and just be ice cold when it's time.
It's amazing what you just said, because I studied psychology. I did my major in psychology. But let me tell you something. Where did I get my master in controlling my emotions? Definitely boxing. Definitely boxing. And and I did understand the control of your emotions whenever you're in these risks. Whenever you're fighting, there's risks, you know? And it could be a good one or a bad one. For example, if you damage someone, you can be overexcited, and that will cause you the fight. Or vice versa, you know, when you get hurt and you start panicking, and that costs you the fight. So I do think that the soul of martial arts
is different.
Always punish the one who's really emotional in the fight. During the fight.
And we have a lot of examples in the UFC, you know, when the fighters are emotional. For example, in my opinion, the Ilya Tupuria against Justin Gaethje is the perfect example of
an emotional fight.
Being emotional, no? So tell us about a little bit about it.
And a little bit about it, that, and also you have a fight in 2 weeks, right? Well, now it would be not this weekend, but the next one. Next week.
Yeah.
Nasrat Haqparast. He's coming from a terrifying knockout against Killian Salkild. How are you preparing mentally, emotionally, physically for this fight?
Okay. I think, so to the first part of what you guys were saying was that, yeah, bro, that did cause Ilya, man. It's, I think when people think emotion, they think like anger, sad, happy, like enjoying yourself too much at the job can be an emotion that can hurt you, right? Like, we've seen guys that like, why are you fighting like that? And then the guy goes, man, I was enjoying myself, but you enjoyed yourself to a loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got angry, you let this person pull this out of you. The want to hurt is an emotion in itself. So like, that's why, like, when I work on training, like, I try to eliminate the want to hurt who I'm training with versus just, I need to put this knife to this target, and I just need to poke this target as much as I can. Like, that's how plain and simple I like to see it. And that's the same way I'm walking into the Nasrat fight. Like, I don't care about his previous loss. I see, obviously, your brain, your chin, your body takes the damage from it. But I'm not looking at it that way. I'm more just focused on how I'm going to dissect him. You know, like, how do I pull him apart? And when I look at it, he's a veteran. He has a ton of fights. In the 15 fights, that's almost as many fights as I have as a pro fighter. But at the end of the day, none of that matters because I'm none of those opponents. Okay. None of those guys he's fought, I'm none of them. I'm a completely different weapon. And I don't know if he understands that, like, I'm going to win by any means necessary. Like, I watched the fight with Medeiros and I saw and that was a moment where I'm a little guilty of, where like I was enjoying myself because I see the target, my target scurrying away, running around. It was like a cat and mouse game, and I was enjoying myself. Versus like, nope, there won't be no enjoyment in this fight. There's just going to be work, and I'm gonna get the job done, and that's where I see it.
Definitely. And to be honest, I was having Nasrat Haqparast winning the beginning of the fight against Salkill. Like those moments before the knockout, in my opinion, Nasrat Haqparast was winning that fight. And as you said, he's a veteran. He has a lot of experience. Against Ribovic, he also looked pretty good. But I definitely agree with you. I don't think he has ever fight someone with your style. Like, you know, that always willing to go forward, always willing. Even if you do damage, it won't stop you going forward. And that's something that me personally, I've been training in boxing. It's one of the most complicated things. And I think it's your best skill. And I'm really looking forward to your fight, to this August 22.
Exactly. We are very excited because we know the type of fighter you are.
What can we expect from Taco?
Exactly, that fight.
I'm going to just do everything, bro. Like, it's so crazy. Like, man, one day, bro, I'm just, you know what? I'll fly to you guys, bro. Let me know where your local gym is, man. I'll come down. You guys show me around, bro. I would gladly come visit you guys, bro. You know, that's where the blood runs. So it's just to show my style, and just to show like how I see fighting now. And like I'm literally going to elbow, knee, kick, punch, clinch, wrestle, dirty box. Like, I'm going to do everything because I have an opponent in front of me who likes to punch. And if you look at my career so far in the UFC, I've fought only strikers. Yeah. And look what I've done to these guys who they say are better strikers than I am. They said all these guys are better strikers than I am. And I don't know if they see what I see. I see, okay, you might have faster hands, you might throw harder punches, but like, do you understand timing as well as I do? That's a completely different game. Just because I don't choose to knock guys out, that doesn't mean my timing isn't better than your timing, you know? So I'm gonna just show the sweet art of martial arts, bro. I would do myself a disservice to say I'm gonna do this thing, that thing. No, it's just, I'm going to put it all together, and you're gonna see a Mighty Mouse, John Jones, George St. Pierre, Anderson Silva, Cain Velasquez type performance, bro.
Yeah. A Taco Padilla type of performance that, to be honest, it's one of my favorite type of fighting, you know, and I really appreciate you.